This segment brought to you by Kansas Regenerative Medicine. Your stem cells, your health, your life.
Hello folks, Dr. Nels Lindberg here with Production Animal Consultation and Animal Medical Center out of Great Bend, Kansas. Today we want to talk about people. And people is something we have to deal with every day, whether you employ them or they're part of your team or they're not part of your team and you don't employ them, you still deal with people on a daily basis, inside your operation or outside of your operation. And so today here we've got Luke Knight here. We're at Knight Feedlot in Lyons, Kansas. And Luke here is the manager of this feed yard. And so as we think about people, Luke, tell me what is your number one issue or challenge on a daily basis or that you deal with here?
Well, I think the hardest part for me has been getting people to buy into what we're trying to do.
Sure.
I think it's important for me as a manager to lead my people in the direction that we're trying to go and be clear to them what's expected of them. And so my biggest challenge has been to try to show people the direction we're wanting them to go.
Yeah, so really when we think about that, it's about expectations and clearly telling them their expectations, as well as sharing what the yard's purpose or vision or goal is, and that is our why, why we do what we do here. So at Knight Feed Yard, our why, and most beef producers, is we produce great, awesome, wholesome beef, right?
Yep.
And so as we think about expectations, what's one way that you do those things or relay those to them? How do they know?
So I think the easiest thing to do is just set them down and explain what direction we're trying to go as a yard and what their role is and how they can help us achieve that goal that we're after. Just being very clear with them. No gray area, just
Sure.
black and white, explaining how they can contribute and what we expect on a daily basis.
Yeah, so that's perfect. And so in our setting, in any setting, in the ag business, whatever it might be, we all have teams that we work with, again, whether we employ them or not employ them, but we need to think about sitting down with our people, sitting down with them on a regular basis, weekly, monthly, whatever it might be, daily even. But we need to help our people understand their why. Why do they do what they do every day? We need to share what is our purpose with our people so they can know what their purpose is and what the operations purpose is so they can help carry out those goals. And in that process, that really is about our expectations. And so once you start lining out those sort of things, what their why is, what our purpose is, and our visions and expectations, I think if you do that regularly, routinely, tell them time and time again, awesome things can begin to happen. So give those things some thought. So Luke, keep after it. Thanks for your time, everybody, and give those words some thought, and you guys keep after it too. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Clark Victory. I grew up right here on this little ranch near Chelsea, Oklahoma. Roped and ranched all my life, and a few years ago I had an injury that created what they call a frozen shoulder in layman's terms. It got to the point that I couldn't reach, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't do anything. After speaking with the surgeon in Tulsa, he finally told me that he could make my shoulder better if he did surgery, but he absolutely couldn't fix it. I decided that, maybe I better listen to my friend John, and I called Kansas Regenerative Medical Center. I talked to Patrick Farley and was just excited about the whole aspect of going up there and having the opportunity to focus on getting better. The next morning at 8:30, went into the clinic, did the stem cell replacement. By 12:30, my wife and I had lunch and was driving back to Chelsea. I feel better. We work around here. Some days we work pretty hard around here, and like any older guy does, I get pretty sore, pretty tired, but my right shoulder doesn't get sore. It's like a baby's arm.